Welcome to the Amazon Tools League with another super Amazon PPC tool, somebody that I've been around with for a long time and that I've known for quite a while now. And it is Ganesh, founder of AiHello, a superb tool. I can really recommend it for anybody. I'm now glad to actually show it to you guys. I've had a lot of demos with Ganesh in the past, and yeah, happy to make you all see it now for yourself. Ganesh, welcome.
Thank you.
Cool. Let's get right into it, right? But before we get to the actual demo of the tool, maybe just a little bit of a background on the software itself. How did it all get started? What was your motivation? What kicked it off?
I've been into AI for a long time. Initially I was working with eBay.
Oh,
they used AI for it was algorithm at that time. It was not called AI. They would analyze the logs, find out which products are selling the most, which products are selling the least, which one deserves more, to bring it up higher in the search result. From there, I moved on to different places. I used AI for a lot of the places, and then in IBM, we used AI extensively to find out what price to sell a product for, because they would get the products from the supplier. IBM, PCs. IBM used to sell PCs a long time back, and they would get the products from the supplier. They would get the parts from the supplier, and the time was ticking. So there was an AI that would tell what is the right price to set a product as time goes by, and you have to reduce the price or increase the price in order to pay off the supplier. And then the real AI big data analytics started with Yellow Pages in Australia. I did a lot of Yellow Pages work, really huge amounts of data churning through AI. And then in my part time, I was like, I need to have something that helps the world, that makes the world a better place. And I could start selling natural stuff, eco-friendly stuff, natural stuff, something that is zero chemicals, good for the planet, good for your wallet. And I started natural things, and I started selling on Amazon. I didn't have the time due to my job. So I said, okay, why not I use my own AI brain to build out something that can automate it? I don't have to look into it. And my friends loved it so much, they wanted to use it for their Amazon business. And say, okay, why not open it up to the general public? We had a huge amount of traffic. At that time, AI was not even well known. It was like 6 or 8 years ago. And I got the domain AiHello, is kind of a premium. And we had 100 sellers, in the first day, in 24 hours. And I was charging them really, really bad. I didn't have the startup mentality. I was charging them $5 a month or $10 a month to use the AI. And then it started picking up, and I started increasing the price. Now we go up to $2,500. We started $2,500 a month. So looking back, we were $5 a month, and now we put $2,500 a month. And that has been the whole journey, using my experience, using my, really long-term benefit of doing something good for the planet, doing something good for the people to be chemical-free. This both tied into what is called as AiHello right now.
Yeah. You said 2,500 per month. Is that the maximum or the minimum? Just so people know what to expect.
We have two segments. One is do it yourself, use our platform, and I'm going to talk extensively about it. Or you could hire our specialists that know everything about your Amazon business, and we start off with 2,500 per month.
Okay, cool. And eBay wasn't an option since you kind of knew about eBay, or it just wasn't big enough? There wasn't like a software opportunity there?
Well, there is still an opportunity, but we want to be really hyper focused on Amazon. We're moving to Walmart, and then we might move on to Shopify. But eBay is more of a bidding for the only product, and it's not something that fits into our roadmap right now. Maybe we'll do it future, but as of now, just focusing on Amazon, partially on Walmart.
All right, and any major learnings from your time with AiHello, or maybe before that even?
Yeah, I think one of the things to keep in mind is that startups are not baby companies. People think startups as baby companies. It's an entirely different species. It's an entirely different beast. You cannot have the same corporate mentality that you come to startup. In fact, you need to lose your corporate mentality and then undo all the learnings that you learned in corporate and then start fresh from startups. That's why it's easier to launch a startup when you're just starting out your career. So two different things. If you're launching your own startup, if you're launching your own Amazon business, and if you come from a corporate world, keep in mind that might work against you. You need to have a fresh brain to launch your Amazon business.
What's one specific thing that somebody coming from the corporate world should just throw away?
Yeah. You cannot have structure and discipline in the initial few months. You try everything that works.
Okay.
And two is you cannot say that is not my job.
Yeah.
If you have to mop the floor of a startup, if someone, if one of your employee vomited on the floor and, of course, you don't have a cleanup, just go and mop it up.
Yeah.
Second is pricing. You cannot price it like a corporate. You test what is the price. Speak to the customers. You speak to the clients. You do everything. There is no specialization in a startup. You cannot say that's not everything is your job.
Awesome. All right, then I guess it's time to get into the demo. Shall we
Yeah.
have a look at AiHello? Let me just start sharing your screen. There we go. What are we looking at?
So the first thing I want to mention is that we're not just a dashboard and reporting tool. Although we do
Yeah.
have pretty reports, we do have extensive reports. We're not a dashboard and reporting tool. There are thousands and thousands of softwares that do reporting, and with Claude you can spin up something in a couple of hours. What we do is we use AI to help you automate all the boring, mundane parts of your job. And Amazon sellers are not losing money because they lack effort or they lack the knowledge. They're losing money because advertising is becoming increasingly competitive.
Hmm.
It does not work in isolation. You're competing with other people. When you think of a bid, you're bidding against other people. So AI does not itself solve the problem. It's not an algorithmic problem. It's a data problem. How much data do you have on the system? How much data do you have on the whole account? How much data do you have of the competitors? And can you bid against them? So that's the most thing. And second, you have lots of work. You have to change the bid. You have to, search terms are bleeding money. Keywords should have been harvested. Products are low on inventory. You should switch off the ads for products that are low in inventory. Prices are moving against your margin. You should probably increase the price. That is the single biggest lever that you have against very high costs. You have to increase the product price. And of course, you need reviews as well. If you don't have good reviews, your product is going to get killed. So 30 minutes, I'm going to walk through all the major things that we help you. I'm going to talk about emotions, I'm going to talk about feelings, and I'm going to talk about how we solve your problems. So while this is a software demo, I'm going to talk about what problems you have right now and how we solve the problem.
Cool.
So the dashboard is good. It's well and fine enough to give you an idea of how things are working. How your account is doing, how the insights are coming through. But I'm going to walk through some of the major things that you have. So the first thing is, let's assume an Amazon seller. Let's assume a normal Amazon seller. They have around 40 products. 40 product into 8. Each product has probably 8 campaigns roughly at the minimum. So that would be around 320 campaigns. Probably around 10,000 search terms flowing through the account. Probably around 320 into 10 is 3,000 to 5,000 keywords that you need to manage. Some of the products are winners. Not all of your products are going to be winners. Some of the products are losers. Some products are going out of stock. Some products are inbound. Some deserve more budget. So these are all the problems that you have. And of course, you cannot expect to solve all of them every single day, by sitting on your Amazon console and then, fixing all the problems.
Yeah.
So the problems that you have, I have products to grow. I need to have campaigns that have launched. I need bids on such terms and negatives to be handled continuously. I need control as well. I don't want AI to take over everything. Sometimes I need control. I need to know which products to focus on. I need budgeting for each product. I need pricing. I need the products to be priced really well. I mean, right now we just use our gut feelings and emotions. And you'll either be lucky or you'll be right. And more often than not, you'll be lucky or you'll be wrong. And more often than not, you'll be wrong. And I also need to focus on ads and make sure that they are targeting the right products at the right time. And of course, you also need the reviews for the product. So you have all these problems. I'm going to solve all of them one by one. The core of our product is called as AutoPilot. So you choose your profile, you go to campaigns, and then you select an AutoPilot for your campaign. So this is async targeted, this is broad, and you click on AutoPilot. And all you have to do is switch it on and set your cost target. And AutoPilot is set. That's the easiest way. There are more settings that you could do. You could set on what is the AutoPilot goal. You could launch a product, which is very occasional. Assuming you have 40 products and they're mature, you usually won't have launch product. But if you want to relaunch a product, if you think that the product has died, it was out of stock for a long time, then you can relaunch a product as well.
What would be the technical difference between increased sales and launch product?
So with launch product, what you could do is you could say, what is the minimum weekly spend on each keyword? So you could say, I want to spend at least $10 per keyword. The maximum bid that you want to do for each keyword. So instead of automatically deducting that your minimum bid is 1.5 or 3, you can say the maximum bid is $5. I want to go up to $5.
Yeah.
And the minimum total spend is I want to spend at least $10 on each keyword. So minimum weekly spend would be, let's assume, 40.
Yeah.
So you want to spend at least $10 on each of the keyword for this product, up to $5.
Yeah.
I want to spend at least $40 each week for each keyword to test it out. So in effect, you are testing each keyword and making sure that is that keyword a hero or is that keyword a dud. So with launch product, you're compressing the time to test, but you're spending more money. You're not, you're taking is much more, is less risk aggressive. It is very aggressive to test out all the keywords.
Okay.
So
all the keywords in that particular campaign.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if you have 10 keywords, you'll be spending a bare minimum of $400 per week on all the keywords to test it out. One important caveat is that if it reaches $10, and after $10 we deduct that the keyword is performing well, then it switches to AutoPilot automatically to save you money. If it doesn't, if it is a dead keyword, then we automatically mark it as dead and we will never test it again.
Okay.
So usually by default is increased sales.
Yeah.
And you can, you can set up the bidding strategy up, down, down and up, however you want to set it up. It will automatically decide to switch between all of it.
Sweet.
Then you have, more bidding customization. How much aggressive do you want to be going up? How much aggressive do you want to be going down? How quickly do you want to change the bid? Do you want to go from $1 to 1.1, or do you want to go from $1 to 1.25 every day?
Nice.
And then the maximum auto bid allowed. So here is automatic. It's 5.61.
Yeah.
It shows what is the maximum auto bid allowed. It calculates automatically, but you can even set. If you want to find control, you can say what is the bid I want to set.
Yeah.
You can do keyword revival. How many keywords do you want to test every single day? Default is 5, but you say I'm very risk averse. I just want to test 1 keyword a day, or I want to spend more and compress the time. So I want to test 10 keywords a day. So you can.
So this would make sense for like a harvest campaign, but not for every campaign. I mean, yeah.
Yes, correct. If there are new keywords in a campaign, then you can set all new keywords to high. But if a keyword has 10 keywords and it is a very mature campaign, then this would never come through because we know none of the keyword is new. Then your placement boost, you can automatically optimize the percentage for top-up search, optimize rest of search, optimize product detail.
Nice.
And you can do the keyword harvesting. So you can say automatically add really optimal keywords to this campaign. And how many sales is required before you add to this campaign. So by default, it's 3. You can say after 2 sales, just sell it off. 1 is usually a fluke. We don't know if it is a fluke. Some people like to keep it 1. By default, it's 3. You can also automatically negate search term. If a search term is 1.7 times the average of cost of acquisition, then it's negated.
Nice.
And day parting. This is called as automated day parting, but this is actually the schedules in Amazon. It automatically creates the schedules, which is a new feature that Amazon launched. I think it's probably a year old. Not big fans, but if you think you want to use it, you can use it. The drawback is, of course, it is Amazon. It will never allow you to reduce the bid. It can only increase the bid. So you can say Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m., boost it 50% higher. And Sunday, suppress it by 25%. So you can do this. So this is by default switched off because this is the automated rules that is created on Amazon's advertising console.
Nice.
That is the whole AutoPilot.
So quickly for the day parting, the user doesn't have to think about which hours work the best. You analyze that yourself?
Correct. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we analyze it and then we put the boost according to that is required. I'll come back to the day parting, the manual day parting, which is probably what you should use. That switches the ads on and off depending on the hour of the day. This one just boosts, and it's Amazon. You can if you switch it on over here, you can go to the Amazon advertising console, and you can check what are the rules that have been created for each campaign. That is the entire AutoPilot. It runs for all the campaigns every single day. It holds the bid. If it is profitable, it reduces the bid. If it is unprofitable, and it can run on scale. Some people have 100,000 SKUs with 100,000 campaigns running every single day, and it automates all of it.
Nice.
The second most used feature, which we have, is called as Create Campaign. And if you click on Create Campaign, you can say, I want to create all the campaign. You can add up to 100 products in here. And You can select multiple marketplaces or how many marketplaces you want. So I want to use it in US. I want to launch it in Mexico. I want to launch it in Canada, for example. All the marketplaces. By default, it's just the marketplace that you have. That's all you have to do and launch campaign. It automatically decides what is the target cost, what is the per campaign budget, what is the total budget. Everything is done. There is no keyword, there is no competitor in, there is no negative targeting, there is no bidding strategy. Everything is automatically decided by the campaign. So to reiterate, you go to click on create campaign, choose the product, launch campaign. That's it.
What exactly does it create? Like an auto campaign? What else?
So let me go to custom to show it. Creates SP auto campaign, SP keyword exact, keyword phrase, keyword broad, defensive expanded, defensive, competitor target, category target.
And does it start those simultaneously, or does it start the auto campaign first to kind of find keywords? Or
it creates all of it, but if there is a keyword that is not there, for if it's a new product, then it will create a shell of the campaign and wait till it gets the keyword. But if it has a keyword, it will just go ahead and create it.
Okay.
Competitor target is the hardest to get because we need sales to find out what is the top selling keyword, who are the competitors for this keyword. It uses organic search to find out who are the top competitors, and then it adds those competitors directly.
Yes.
If you don't have competitors, it creates that campaign. It will be in a non-serving phase, and then once it finds a competitor, it will keep on adding them.
Cool.
We created this for ease of use, but this is really our most used feature that we have right now. There is the product efficiency. Well, thought this is literally the first thing that you should do before you switch on anything else. Which I have just a one product, so it's very hard to show. But in my products, we have multiple new fields that we show. One is the IDQ score. This is an Amazon internal score that shows how well your product is. It's a kind of a secret algorithm that Amazon uses. When two products are competed against each other, Amazon chooses the one with the highest IDQ score. And if you click on it, it shows the breakdown of what is going on and what is the score for it.
Are you getting this score like via the API, or is it?
No, we reverse
engineered
algorithm to find out what is the number. Is it 0 to 100?
Okay.
And we
Nice.
find out what is the weightage of each of it. Actually, we have an Amazon rep as well, and we managed to talk to them. They won't give us the exact algorithm, but they'll tell us the weightage, what that have been used, everything, and we managed to build it out.
Cool.
And the spend percentage out of your account, how much this product spent. So right now I have only one product, so this kind of doesn't make sense.
Sure.
But for the whole account, how much is the spend percentage? How much is the sales percentage? And the efficiency index tells you how efficient it is. Higher the efficiency index, the more you should focus on the product. Lower the efficiency index, it is spending more than it is selling. So you should not focus more on this product. So if you have 100 products, you can easily know what are your hero products.
Yeah.
Even if you're not spending too much and if it's not selling too much, the efficiency index will tell you need to spend more on this.
Yeah.
So this tells you all the hero product, regardless of the spend or the sales, amount of spend or the sales. And then of course it will give it out in plain English, which one is a hidden gem, which one is a whale, which one is a money pit, which one is just noise. So once you have the products lined out, you can go to AutoPilot, you can create the campaigns for this product. You can put them on AutoPilot. Create campaign automatically puts them on AutoPilot.
Yeah.
One of the biggest complaint that we heard from some of the sellers, which we don't agree with, but nevertheless we need to give them the option, is I would like manual control of some of the product for keyword harvesting, for bidding, for negating. And this is on the search tab. So we built out action pulse. And what you could do is you could build out an action pulse where you say that if clicks are more than 10 or 25 and sales is 0, then automatically negate it.
Yeah.
Then you can say negative exact. All right. Yeah, negative exact. Then you can update the automation to automatically negate all the systems where clicks are greater than 5 sales.
For a specific campaign, or can you like?
For the whole account.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think you can set up the campaign ID as well.
No.
Campaign.
Yeah, I think I saw it above.
Yeah, there is a campaign type instead of, and there's a campaign as well. Yeah, I set it for a campaign or ad group. Usually, it is recommended to set it global. However, you want to use, because this is just an algorithm, so it depends on how you use it. If you prefer fine-grained control, then you can use this controlling. It's manual algorithms that a lot of the people have, and some sellers prefer to have it.
Yeah.
The other two parts is budgeting. You can say how you want to budget your product. So if I choose a product, for example, I have this person that I have here, and I say monthly, I don't want to spend more than 1K for this. So budget frequency is monthly, and amount for frequency, I want to not spend more than $1,000, and I want to have it for 6 months. This is 6 months. So I don't know, keep it probably $6,000. So every month it'll try to spend up to $1,000. If it has spent $1,000, it'll stop all the campaigns that it's producing. It'll pause it. It'll wait for the next month and then resume it.
Nice.
So you can set up budgeting for product. You can set up budgeting for campaign. You can set budgeting for the whole account. People use portfolio the most, followed by product. Campaign budgeting can be done in Amazon as well. We piggyback on Amazon.
Are these Amazon's portfolios or AiHello's?
No, this is Amazon portfolio.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
Perfect.
you can create portfolio on Amazon and it syncs up over here.
Yeah.
Repricing is our new big thing that is coming up, and it shows you what is the ideal price point to set up your.
Oh, smooth. Yeah.
So right now I'm selling it for 24, and saying that maximum profit is at 23.25, and optimal sales is at 27.25. It is counterintuitive because two reasons. One is as the product price goes up, Amazon sales fee also triggers. And two, that people are clicking more on ads but not buying them. So you can choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you can say that there is the heat map as well that shows what is the how much you sold for different price point, different profit and seller proceeds at different price point, what is the conversion rate at different price point, your best-selling rank at different price point. Or different to look at it. This is just for your FYI, but what you could do is you could just look at automatically update price and then start the repricing, and this will automatically start updating the price.
Daily updates or
every single day. There's a daily update. I just started it, so there's no logs. But repricing is the single biggest gear that you can have on targeted costs.
Yeah.
Finally, the day parting. I don't have day parting data for my product, but I should have it for.
And just real quick on the repricing,
yeah,
it only looks at your own historical sales, like far back. Or?
Yeah, those are my own historical sales.
Okay.
Day parting, I need to check if I have any active product. I'm getting an error because I don't have any active product that is. Okay, this should be active. Here, this tells you what is the worst performing and the best performing time, and you can switch on manual day parting, and you can switch off during certain times where you don't want it to be the ad to be active for this product. It's across the product, across all campaigns. Again, this has to be used with caution.
Which metrics can I see this table in?
So there are clicks, the conversion rate delta, what is the bid multiplier, share of conversions, score, strength.
Oh, conversion rate delta. That's interesting.
Yep. Compared to the average, how much is your conversion rate? And how much is it going up and down? I don't have too many sales on this product because this is a
Yeah.
test account, but you should be able to see what is the conversion rate delta. Yeah. Yep. And automated review, of course, you could, it's a good idea to set this up first. If you can say that for all the product review request, status is active, new and repeat customers, for all the product, send out a solicitation. So this uses Amazon API to review a request. So within the terms and condition and sends a review. The conversion rate is roughly 2 to 3%, which is still extremely good. If you're getting one review for every 100 customers, that pushes your product so high in the search term ranking and everything that it is exceptionally useful. And it's zero cost to you. It runs forever once you switch it on.
Saying 2 to 3% with this kind of automation.
Yes.
And do you know what it is usually without, on average?
If you don't request a review, then no one is going to leave a review. Like it'll be less than it's around 0.1%.
Yeah.
0.1 to 0.25%. But with this review, you get around 2 to 3. Average is around 2.5%. That's the product. Like it's helpful to Amazon sellers to execute their daily activities, to solve the problems, not reports, but solve whatever headaches they have in running Amazon.
Yeah, man, that's what I've always liked about AiHello. Keep it simple, but still powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else to show, or shall we get to the final questions?
Well, there are multiple, ways that you could look at it. We provide external more reports that you can look to find out. They're all actionable reports. How many keywords are below targets? How many keywords are above target across for targeting? You can look at the placement boost as well, how they're performing for each placement boost.
Yeah.
More actionable reports. But this should help you automate almost 90% of your Amazon task. The rest of it.
Certainly the important part, and you don't want to automate everything, but
yes.
Yeah.
There are things that humans should do based on the stuff that AI gives you.
Yeah. Sweet. Then where do you see AiHello heading in the next few years? And yourself?
Very controversial, actually. So the next, what I think the $1 trillion industry is going to be a service-based industry. It's not going to be an AI tool. It's going to be a service-based industry. Because with the Claude and Codex coming in, Fable coming in, Fable is really, really good. I actually got into it a bit late.
Yeah.
But it is really amazing at spinning out data, churning out everything. The problem is not in the thinking process. The problem is not the consulting process. The problem is not in the in your knowledge. Knowledge is like as free as water. The thing is in executing according to what AI does. And in order to understand the AI, use the AI, and execute the AI, you have to be smarter than the AI.
Yeah.
And this flood of AI tools is going to separate the people that can execute from the people that just think about it. And tools like AiHello, what we do and why we are focusing on sellers is we don't say this is just another AI tool. We don't position ourselves as an AI tool. We position ourselves as you are an Amazon seller that has a problem, come to us. We'll not only solve the problem, we'll execute it, and it will help you become successful. And that is where the industry is going to be headed. Anyone can spin out a tool, but using that tool is where the bottleneck is.
Yeah. Cool. Then, question from the previous guest, Max. What are the coolest / most practical ways you've seen AI actually helping sellers, since most of it only seems to be useful on paper so far?
This is a very paradoxical question. This means the user has not seen any usage of AI to really say.
He's wondering what you have seen as the most practical, doesn't
Yeah. Can I share the screen again? Is that okay?
Yep. Of course.
Yeah. So just, share the screen. What we do here is this is a audit tool that we built out. It uses DeepSeek, and it creates 365 pages of an audit of your entire account. And so far, it has been exceptionally well. for all of our customers to analyze where they stand and where it needs to be improved. And this helps us go to the customers and say, this is your account, this is what we think is happening. Do you want to use our platform? And it helps us solve it. The second is, it also, earlier one specialist would be able to handle 3 or 4 accounts. With AI, because AI does a lot of the automation, we're pushing that higher and higher, 8, 10. My ultimate goal is one specialist should be able to handle 100 accounts, because 99% of the work, the audit, the which products to switch on, which products to switch off, should all be done by AI.
Yeah.
It has been, our productivity is like 100x. So whereas AI helped, it has compressed the time to do the things. We still do the same things, but instead of taking 100 hours, it's like 1 hour.
No.
What we do.
Great. So I'm not sure, is that your answer to this question? Like AI summaries of
Yep. So AI does the same thing, but it does 100 times faster and 100 times better. We don't really have kind of a artificial super intelligence where it can think beyond a human.
Yeah.
If you trained it on a data that says the sun is green all his life, it's not going to look at the sun and say the sun is yellow. My training data was wrong.
Yeah.
It's the sum of averages of before. So AI is not going to give you anything exceptionally new to answer your question. AI is going to give you your same thoughts compressed at like 100 times faster. So build out whatever you have in mind. You have to be smart enough to know what you want to build, and then build it out 100 times faster. Again, like what I mentioned at the start of this webinar, is the algorithms are not a problem.
Yeah.
The data behind it is the problem. Data has been the new oil for the last 20 or 30 years. How much data do you have for the AI to take advantage of it and make it beneficial to you? And because we have been in the business for 6 years, roughly, I think we run, last I did the calculation, 4% of Amazon's data run through us. We are in the top 1%. We're the advanced Amazon partner, which itself means, Amazon verifies that we are in the top 5% of it, of the software tools. So we have a huge amount of data that we collect, run through our AI, and then if we come in with a product, we know exactly how much is going to sell, what is the potential, what are the keywords, what do you need to do to completely automate it. Again, the knowledge itself is free, but we have specialists behind it that can take this data and then make you successful. So this is what the key question is. It's a very interesting question. It shows the mindset of the users of where they stand with regards to AI.
So are you currently hiring? Is that like the main focus on the hiring side, like service-based people?
We want to push the AI so that the existing specialist can use more and more AI, and then we can keep pushing against, like more specialists can come, more clients can come in, and they can take on more and more clients. Our AI does a lot of the work. And, this is the industry secret. It's not AI tools that is going to make it next. It's service-based industry that uses AI to help them, push the boundaries of human. You're no longer walking from, Toronto to Vancouver. You have an AI car that can take you that faster.
Yeah. Cool. And then finally, what would you like to ask the next guest on the show, the next software founder?
Is it an AI-based founder?
It's an Amazon software.
Okay. Oh, I wish I knew this question beforehand. Yeah. What is one feature that you built that you didn't think would be useful, but your customers really loved it?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
For us, it was the create campaign feature. We built it out to help our specialists, and our sellers loved it so much. It's one of our most used features right now.
Right. Cool. Then I guess just for me to say that, of course, I have a link for you guys. If you want to try out AiHello, then you'll find the link and the code below. And if they want to reach out to you, Ganesh, if they have any questions, what would be the best place? Maybe your favorite.
Ganesh at AiHello.com. 2 places.
Okay. And your favorite social platform?
My God, I'm not on social media. I feel like a boomer now. Yeah, probably LinkedIn. Yeah, but I have to create a Twitter account. I'll get started.
Yeah, you should, probably.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, you should do that. I'll follow back, of course.
All right. Okay. We have a deal.
All right, then. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, David.
Thanks for watching, guys.